everybody, this is Anna, also known as Anna Knitter everywhere in the internet, on Ravelry and Instagram and here on YouTube, and you can find everything, where to find me and what I do on annaknitter.com. I thought I'd prepare a tiny little special episode for you for New Year's Eve. I want to show you what I have done in 2022, what I plan for the next year, and I have an exciting knit-along for us all, and something for Anna's Knit Club. So if that is something you could be interested in, I'm welcoming you to this special episode. First of all, I want to show you everything I have knit or crocheted in the last year. But no worries, I will make it quick and easy for you, and I will insert, I don't know, maybe here or here a photo of everything I made, because many things I don't have here anymore, or many things are in the laundry or whatever. So I decided I will show you the photo. All in all, I have finished 28 projects, 28 things. Just for a comparison, last year I finished 25. So I think only in December I finished 6 things or so. So that is amazing. There was a knitting boost. The 8 of the 28 finished objects were gifts, and last year 13 of the 25 FOs were gifts. So all in all I made more but less gifts, and that will change in the new year. I will talk about this in a few minutes. Okay, here are the stats. What I have finished. I finished 4 cowls, and 2 of them were my designs. So the self-care cowl for Lent, it was a knit-along, mystery knit-along for 7 weeks, and the mystery knit-along of Advent this year, so 2022. These 2 are knitted cowls and I designed them. And then there is the bandana, the very thick bandana, Paul Soho, and the crochet cowl. I think I worked the whole year on that thing, and I finished it during Advent. I have knit, listen, I can't believe it, I have knit 16 pairs of socks. 16! How is that even possible? And 6 of these 16 pairs are gifts. I knit 4 dishes, 1 hat for Tommy, 1 pair of mittens for Tommy's grandma, 1 pair of fingerless mittens for Tommy's mom, and 1 ornament. So 4 cowls, 16 pairs of socks, 4 dishes, 1 hat, 1 pair of mittens, 1 pair of fingerless mittens, and 1 ornament. Am I content with that? I think so. You know, I seem to be a sock knitter. I know there are many podcasters who are cranking out sweater after sweater and shawl after shawl. First of all, shawls, I have made many of those and I don't wear them that often anymore, so there is not the biggest need. There are some shawls I definitely want to knit. For example, the Murder Knits shawl I want to make, and some others, but I don't wear them that often anymore. And sweaters, I don't know why. I would like to make more, but I enjoy sock knitting so much. And someone in the comments under one of my Vlogmas videos said that she was so relieved and enjoyed my videos because of my approach to knitting, because it's just fun. It's not about producing all these stunning sweaters and so on. If I feel like knitting a sweater, I do it. Yeah, I do it. And I have some sweaters quantities, and I will definitely make sweaters in the future, maybe in the coming year, but I don't force myself. I just want to, it's more about the process. You know, I'm a process knitter. I enjoy the process, and if I enjoy knitting socks, I knit socks. If I enjoy working on my blankets, I do that. I don't think so much about the end result. It's it's a little bit different when it comes to gift knitting. I love gift knitting, and then I definitely think about, okay, what can this person use? What could be a good gift for this person? But I wouldn't knit something I don't enjoy. Yeah, and yeah, 16 pairs of socks, they speak for themselves. I'm a sock knitter. And I have plans for the next year. Please don't get me wrong. I don't force myself to stick to this plan. I won't say you have to knit this, this, this and this. But especially during December, I realized I would like to have some things, for example, for home decor or ornaments for the trees. Or when I saw patterns, I realized, oh, I really would like to have something like that. For example, egg cozies, hand knit egg cozies, or as I said, ornaments for the tree or so. And I realized that, and I knew it's too late because I have to knit other things now, or I want to knit other things now and get things done. So I wrote down everything I saw or that I realized I would like to have. I wrote it down in my bullet journal and created a list of things. When I say, let's say, there is this Saturday afternoon and I think, oh, I would like to start something new. I won't go to Ravelry or I won't go to Instagram. I will pick up my book and see, okay, what did past Anna, history Anna, what did she say she would enjoy making and enjoy having? And then I will cast on something from that, or from my gift list. I have written down all the gifts I want to knit in the next year. So, and I have some plans for 2023. I want to knit, so I don't say who will receive it, okay? Because some of these things are gifts. I want to knit one hat, one headband, I think 4 pairs of socks, but that's at least 4 pairs. I will knit more. One scarf, some birds of happiness, and 2 mini sweater ornaments. I will show you. Here is a tiny little bird of happiness. And here is a tiny little, I haven't blocked this yet, but here is a tiny little sweater ornament. That is just a practicing piece, but Tommy fell in love with this thing and he asked if we could put it on the tree, and if he could put it on the tree. I tried this out because I want to do this for the pattern battle in the Opal subscription group, and I would like to finish all of my blankets. So I finished the 3rd and therefore the all in all 9th or 12th block. I will have a look in just a second. I finished my light gray block for my for my, how it's called? Cozy Memories blanket. So before that I finished the dark gray, and before that I finished the green block. And now that I have 3, I can attach them to each other and then attach them to my big blanket. I showed many times now. And this has, wait, 9. Okay, so it's my 12th square. And 3 squares are still to knit. That means I want to finish this blanket next year. I want to finish 3 of these color blocks, and they are made out of 25 mitered squares and a border around that. So I would like to finish that. Then I would like to finish my Stylecraft blanket. I started it in October or November, I think, this year. And it's just so much fun. I want to work on that, and I would like to finish that. I have already calculated, and planned how I can finish these blankets. I will talk about this later. And my last blanket, this is my second oldest WIP. I will keep it in this roll because it's too big. It's a crochet blanket. Oh, that is the back side. Wait. I started this, I think, in 2018 after I finished this in baby size, and this is four times the size, double the width, double the length. And I really would like to finish this one because, first of all, it's a huge work in progress, and I feel guilty that I still haven't finished it. Here are all the yarns I have left over. I don't know if I will need everything, but that's what I bought for it. And yeah, I would like to finish it and use it, and I would like to have no WIPs. No of these old WIPs anymore, and that is my goal for the next year. For these blankets, I want to tell you something. Okay. Here I wrote it down. Okay. To finish this one, I need to crochet 120 rows, and one row has 300 stitches. And as you can see, every row is another stitch. Sometimes you have grannies, sometimes you have a star stitch, sometimes you have bubble stitches, sometimes you have double crochets. It's different. It was a mystery knit along in 2013. I didn't participate then because I didn't know that that was a thing, and I couldn't crochet back then. So, and I stopped at clue 6. I have to finish clue 6, only 3 rows left, so that means 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, and the last clue, 13, is the border. Well, that will take a while, but that is only the border. So you see, it's manageable. 120 rows and the border, and this is finished. With my Stylecraft Special DK blanket, with all of my leftovers from other projects, I only have to make 84 rows. That's easy. It's a granny ripple. I can show it quickly if you haven't seen this before. And it's very thick and colorful and fun. Oh, I love this blanket. And I can't wait to use it. So 84, and with this blanket, wait, I need 75 squares and the borders around it, and it's done. Okay, how will I achieve this? Let me show you my bullet journal. I made this spreadsheet, and you see here and here the 2 blankets. On the right side of the page, this is my granny ripple, and the left is the I don't know, the cotton blanket. Let's call it cotton blanket. And all these squares you see, wait, yeah, all these squares you see have 4 tiny squares inside, and all these 4 squares stand for 1 row. That means every week, every big square is a week, every week I want to work 4 rows, and I can check them off. Every week is a calendar week. That means from calendar week 1 to 21 I would need to crochet 4 rows every week on my granny ripple, and it's done. And I could start in calendar week 22, every week 4 rows on my cotton blanket, and it would be done in calendar week 51. And below this, wait. You see these 3 squares made out of 5 by 5 squares, and these are my blanket squares from the Cozy Memories blanket. My goal is to go on with it. I did this last year. Every week 5 squares. That means, for example, every working day 1 square, and it would be done. And I have still a few days of the month left to knit the border around this. Okay, so every week 4 rows on the stripy blankets until the first blanket is done, and then I will go on with the next blanket, and I can end the square every day. I would keep this routine. I'm used to it already. And if I feel like making more squares or more rows, I can do that, so I can check off more boxes. And that could be the plan for success, to finish all these blankets in the next year. If you weren't able to see the spreadsheet, I will insert it. I will have inserted on the screen, I hope. So maybe I posted it on Instagram as well, and I have it in my story highlights. I think the story highlights of the blanket along, but I will create a new story highlight very soon, because there's something else I want to talk about. But I think I haven't finished talking about all my plans. Yeah, okay. I told you the plans: 1 hat, 1 headband, 4 pairs of socks, 1 scarf, 7 birds of happiness. These tiny little... at least 2 of these sweaters, because there will be a present. All these are presents. Then I want to finish my blankets. It's very ambitious, I know. And now we come to this, oh, what could I knit today list. You know, I finished something and I think I want to do something else, not another pair of socks. And then I will grab the following list. And I wrote down what I would like to have and to work on. Ornaments for Christmas and Easter. So for Christmas, I would like to make more of the Yule Cooler by Arne and Carlos. This is my only one, and it looks stunning on the tree. So this would be perfect for our tree. Stars, knitted stars, so bigger stars, like so, also for the tree. Then I call it Zapfen. I will insert all the photos here. They would look very nice because I need more bigger ornaments for our tree. I always have a big tree, and this year I realized, this year we have a very big tree with many branches, and I realized I need more big fillers. I have many small things, but I need more big things. I would like to make birds for our tree, hearts, sweaters, socks. Sweaters I showed you, and socks like these. And for Easter I would like to make colorwork eggs. So like the Yule Cooler, but in egg shape and different colorwork patterns. I would like to knit 2 egg cozies for Christmas. I usually only need 2, one for Tommy and one for me. And 1 for Easter. 1 pair for Easter, just in Easter colors. I want to knit hats. And yeah, maybe not for... Oh, well, why not? I will see what I knit for Easter, but something in Easter colors. And depending on how the blanket situation is going, I really would like to start 2 new memories blankets. 1 out of my merino leftovers and minis, and 1 out of my opal minis. I would like to start 1 granny ripple out of the leftovers of the merino leftovers. And a Christmas blanket. I want to make another Christmas blanket. I have this on my mind for years now, and now I saw it I saw it knit up from another, she's in my feed, I have forgotten her name, and I follow her, and she made the same memories blanket as I do, where I frame every square, and she only used Christmas colors, and that is something I really would like to do as well. So these are my plans, I I don't know what to do plans, or don't forget these things plans, because otherwise next year around this time I will again think, oh, I would like to have this, but it's too late. Yeah. And now we come to a very exciting announcement. In my opinion, it's very exciting. It is the new prompt for January for Anna's Knit Club, and I will go on with it after January as well, because this is our new year-long make-along or knit-along, however you want to call it. You don't have to knit. Are you ready? Okay. The new year-long knit-along, make-along, will have the hashtag Daily Dedication 2023. And the new prompt of the Anna's Knit Club for January will be: pick your oldest whip or your biggest whip or the whip you really would like to finish and work on it every day for a certain amount of time. So now to the details. For the prompt, for the January prompt, I would like you to pick a project. Let it be the longest term project you have, or the project you always put aside in favor of other projects, or maybe your oldest whip you can choose, or your second oldest whip, whatever. And think of an amount of time you can afford every day. For example, 30 minutes, or if it's too much, it could be too much for many people, maybe 15 minutes, or maybe only 10 minutes. And dedicate these 10 minutes every single day of the month of January only for that project. You can go on after the time is up, but you also can switch projects then and work on your other projects as you do. But dedicate a specific amount of time, or a certain amount of time, only to that project. And after January, I will go on with that, because here is what I will do in 2023, and I hope you will make along, or knit along, or crochet along, or cross stitch along with me. I wanted to pick my oldest whip and finally finish it, but I'm already constantly working on it. It's my Cozy Memories blanket. I found a way to knit a square or 5 squares every week. Sometimes it works, sometimes not, but I work on it constantly. So I picked my second oldest whip, and it's the blanket I showed you. This will be my daily dedication. And there's another thing I want to combine with that. I think I tried 2 or 3 times already to read through the entire Bible within a year. The last time I used the Bible reading plan, most of you will know, by Pater Schmitz, I think he is called. It's funny because Schmitz is a German name and he is from the US. And with his plan you can read through the Catechism and the Bible, but I know the Catechism already quite well, and it would have been too much. And I failed. I think I kept this routine until the mid of May 2 years ago, and then I didn't keep it going. So now I decided my daily dedication in 2023 will be every day half an hour working on this blanket, and while I do this, listening to the audiobook of the Bible half an hour, because if I listen to the Bible half an hour every day of the month, every day of the next year, I will get through the whole Bible within a year. Half an hour. I think it's about 100-ish hours. So every day half an hour, and the Bible is read and this blanket is finished. It would be finished after half a year, I think, or so. Yeah. Okay, again, not to confuse you. The new prompt for Anna's Knit Club is: pick whatever whip you want. Pick your oldest whip, pick your biggest WIP, pick the work in progress you always set aside in favor for other things, and work on it every single day through the month of January, a certain amount of time. Daily dedication to get it done. And if you want to carry along, and if you want to make along over January, and you think this year-long make-along could be something for you, here are some hints or advices or modifications for you. For example, how was gift knitting this year? How did it go in 2022? And do you fail every year because you think you start not early enough, or you don't have so much time, or you're a slow knitter, or you forget all the things you wanted to make for your loved ones? Okay, maybe set up your list, or maybe you have set up the list already. I suggested to do so, I think a week ago on Blogmas. Some of you did. Congratulations to that. And you could say, instead of picking one big project you try to finish in the year, you say, this is my pile of gifts I want to knit, or the dishes I want to make, or whatever, several projects. And every day, let's say 20 minutes, half an hour, you work on that list. So for example, you say, I want to knit 10 pairs of socks for Christmas for my family. Okay, start with the first pair, work on it every day, 10 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, whatever you want to set as a goal. And then this pair is done, and you start the next pair. And every day you work on it, and you will get done. Daily dedication to get it done. That could be a thing. Or maybe you want to start something new. A temperature blanket. Or whatever kind of scrappy project. And you want to avoid that you have the same problem as I have. That you have long-term projects lingering around for years. You could start with your new cast on with this daily dedication and say, I don't want to do this as everyone else. I want to dedicate 10 minutes daily, so I work on it every day and make progress. So that could be a thing for the whole year, if you want to go on with that. Because I had this Bible plan to read through the Bible within a year, or listen within a year, I thought that could make a great combination, because both motivates each other. So I like to listen to something, and if I sit there and listen to something, I can also work on something. Or it's easier to work on something if I have something I can listen to. And set yourself a timer, your egg clock, or the timer of your phone. Or maybe it's also possible if you use Audible, you can enter, or you can turn on the sleep mode. So for example, if you set half an hour, you can say, after half an hour the app stops, and you know, okay, time is over, my daily goal is done. And if you would like to go on, you just hit play again and you go on. Ah, that is so exciting. I am very excited about that, to be honest. And because I'm so excited, and because you enjoyed Vlogmas so much, and many of you said we hope to see more of you in the new year and more of Benny, I made a decision. For January, so for the prompt of the Anna's Knit Club daily dedication, I will make weekly progress videos to report on my progress, how it goes with my daily dedication, and I will take you with me, so to say, and here and there film some of my snippets and talk to you. I will film throughout the whole week, and on Mondays I will put up the video for you. So for January it will be weekly. If I go on for the rest of the year weekly, or maybe monthly, that I make monthly vlogs, I will film the whole month and then put up the month, so a summary of the making my daily dedication of the month I will put up by the end of the month or beginning of the next month. I think that is more realistic But for January I will do weekly vlogs, so if you won't have cold turkey after Vlogmas. We go on with the vlogging, but not daily. Instead of that, I will do weekly, and that is, I think, everything. No, one last thing I can show you, because I told you I want to knit 75 squares for my Cozy Memories blanket. Here are 2 of the bags I will knit, and another blue one, which is already behind the camera in my project basket. And the next block I will knit, the next color block will be blue. I'm not sure. I think then orange and then pink. I'm not sure. I don't know it from off the top of my head. Yeah, so I am very curious how it will go with my plans. I am looking forward to your reactions regarding our prompt for January, and for the brave among you, maybe for the next year. I want to remind you that we have the Telegram group. Telegram is something like WhatsApp. It's a messenger you can get in the App Store or Google Play Store, and it's a very nice place to be, to chat and share our prompts, and I do fun polls there, and we exchange recipes, and I don't know. So we have different threads in this chat, like on Ravelry. And let's say you are only interested in the monthly prompts and to see what other people are doing and chat with them, you can ignore all the other threads we have there and just read the monthly. So in the monthly prompt thread. Yeah, so the Anna's Knit Club happens on Instagram. Hashtag Anna's Knit Club, and post the project you are working on for the monthly prompt. Just post it with hashtag Anna's Knit Club. But if you are looking for more community, more chatting and more inspiration, it's not so easy on Instagram, you know. This chatting and exchanging is not so easy on Instagram, and many of you don't have Ravelry anymore for understandable reasons. So I set up this group for you, for us, on Telegram. You are very welcome there. The link to the Telegram group is in the description box below. You have to click on the word more under the video. Maybe you can't see it directly because YouTube changed the interface a little bit. If you click on more, you see all the links to the projects and to where you can find me, and also the link to Anna's Knit Club on Telegram. And if you haven't installed Telegram yet on your phone will ask you if you really want to install this app, and I can tell you yes, you can. So your phone will download it if you have an iPhone from the App Store, if you have an Android phone from the Google Play Store, and after you have installed it, you will come directly into our group and say hi, and it's a lovely place to be, and we have only nice knitters and crocheters and weavers and sewists there, so you won't regret it. And now I would say I will leave you alone now, so you can think about your oldest whip, your biggest whip, or whatever you want to finish to get it done and you want to use for your daily dedication. Tell me in the comments down below what your plans for the next year are, and if you want to participate in the daily dedication next year. I hope so. I don't want to struggle through that alone. And we will see each other next week for the regular podcast episode. Until then, happy knitting, happy crafting. Bye bye!